Semper Airsofters, and welcome to the day. I'm Curtis.
And I'm Sean.
And we are Foxtrot Defense Airsoft, and today we have some very, very special guests for you guys.
Very special.
We have Lance, Ty, and Brian from SFH. How are y'all?
Apparently real special.
Feeling extra special today.
Feeling special, man.
I'm the specialist.
Special. So why don't we just give our viewers just a little background on you guys and some military experience and what you guys do.
All right. So I joined the Marines in 2007, straight out of high school. Thank you. Back at you. Did 3-year sentence at Camp Lejeune. Even though I've never said it like that ever because there's not a fucking R in that word.
Lejeune.
But on my second deployment while in Afghanistan, I stepped on 10 pounds of homemade explosives. Whatever. Got kicked out of the game. Triple amputee and worked for several charities along the way after I retired in 2012. And then we started a clothing company together as a team, but we'll get into that after we do the bios, I guess. But broken corporal, father of 2. Lance.
Yeah. 18 years military, Navy corpsman, going from corpsman to IDC, multiple combat deployments to both Iraq and Afghanistan. Had the luxury of going kabloom, but I got to keep all my limbs. My brain just got shook up a little bit, but that's okay. So, moving out and into the world at 18 years as a military member is stressful and can be a lot. And thankfully, I walked out and met some really great people, and we made a really great thing happen that's going into its 4th year. So we'll talk more about it here in a sec.
Brian.
I'm just going to go over the fact that Ty skipped the fact that he died a dozen plus times, and just glanced right over it. I stepped on something. I'm a father of 2. Whoops. I just
part.
Yeah, while I blew up, I slipped it in and made 2 kids. And the fact, Lance saved countless lives and did everything. They just glanced right over that shit, and now we're here.
I apologize. I died a bunch of times for your freedoms.
So I did not serve. My stepfather was 1st Platoon of Marines in Vietnam, and saw some shit and had some shit done and showed up. I guess I'm old enough that at 18 you had to register for the draft, and hadn't seen the man in years. And I walked into the post office, and he's sitting there in a black Eldorado with a red leather interior. And I said, "What are you doing here?" He goes, "I'm here to make sure you sign that paper and just get the fuck out and go home." And that was the end of that. So, but I mean, yeah, he saw best friend that he grew up with died next to him, Agent Orange poisoning. I believe countries we were technically never in, may have stepped foot or 2 in for a while, stuff like that. So, and then I met these guys, and
my bad.
Life has not been the same.
Never the same.
Well, our viewers know me, but you guys don't. 4 years Marine Corps, 0311. 1 combat deployment, lucky enough to come back. All my limbs and brain functions. Kind of.
Still eats crayons. It's weird.
Kind of brain functions.
He was snacking on a crayon as he was walking up the stairs.
I have so many limbs and a sweet-ass beard.
It is pretty sweet.
I guess.
What flavor crayon is your favorite?
Red.
The red one all the way.
You got to eat the red crayons because the red ones taste the best.
That's right.
Sorry, there's a song.
Totally looking the song up after.
We're in for a long day.
Short bus shorty. Look it up.
Wow.
Stupid.
This is going to be an interesting one. I can see it now. Well,
anyway,
again, civilian background.
Yeah.
Work
on,
corrections. Red. So, I mean, that's really all I have.
All right. Corrections.
Your dad
too.
Well, yeah, my dad and most of my family. My dad was at communications for 101st in Vietnam, so I come home and was raised by him.
Nice. Love that.
Cool.
And then so November 1 will be 4 years since we started a clothing company called Still Fucking Here. which is just we want to champion anyone and everyone in any fight that they are fighting. Warriors and fighters, cancer, abuse, addiction. Absolutely want to make sure people feel seen in their fight, because that's always the worst thing, is when you think you're doing it alone or no one gets it. So we wanted to form a community so that everyone could feel seen in their fight, basically.
That's awesome.
Yeah, getting out of the military.
Then we ran into you guys.
Yeah,
Guns a blazing.
Yeah.
Thumper in hand.
Yeah. Man, if they allowed projectiles at that event, I'd have just been sitting out on the outskirts, just thumping in. Like, I don't care what team you're on. If you're over there, you're getting got, bitches.
And we'd have just put you in the Razor with Freddie and just have you drove around.
Yeah. Or throw me on a roof and let me snipe. Give me a long gun.
No, we're gonna build him. We're gonna build him some sweet stuff that he can just roll around and take.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be a tank. Like, people are gonna hire me to be the boss, like, and the boss NPC. I won't be a player. I'll be a problem.
There you go. I'm not a player.
Heck yeah.
and there's
I
nothing
want a
that can
shirt
take
now
you down.
that says that
Yeah.
immediately.
There you go. That was awesome.
Stat after this video.
Oh, that's awesome.
Awesome.
Only I knew a
So
shirt.
4 years, you guys have been doing this. You guys have been all around, right? Showing everything. I've seen a few of you
Working on
guys' videos.
We have. We've had the opportunity of doing a lot of great things. We got where we met you guys at in New Orleans.
Yep.
We got to go to the Bahamas to film a music video with Still Fucking Here and a good friend of ours. And we've got our merchandise and our gear hanging up in the rafters of a Bahamas bar, and are still good friends with those people. So we've got the opportunity to do some pretty cool stuff and touch a lot of lives through what we're doing, because that's the most important part about what we do.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
touching people.
We do
Yeah.
like touching people.
Right. Tache.
Mentally, not
Notice-
physically.
Notice we're not in the
Oh.
same room with each other.
Yeah. That's our problem.
Sorry.
Guy has a hard time keeping his hand off anyone.
It depends on how close
Which
they
one?
get,
The
I
one in the
guess.
front or the one in the back?
Hey, I
Hey,
threw
he caught
one
it,
of the
he
few
caught
things
it.
I did in real life with my left hand was throw. So I could javelin a fake right arm at somebody pretty well.
There you go.
You'd have to go farther than you think you'd have to go.
So, what brought y'all into the airsoft community?
Freddie Lux.
Oh,
Freddie?
I mean, it was.
Yeah. There's actually the event we just did, the Battle for Six Flags, or of Six Flags, was our first airsoft event. Or the build up for it. There was one charity event we did in Jacksonville, Florida. For it. One of the build up events, but then the actual where people were doing it, that's the first one we've ever been to.
Yeah.
And we were just dumbfounded at how quickly y'all accepted us into the community. We've been to several different kinds of community events like that, and we're usually just kind of there, or like the help, and like, all right, well, that was rad, bye. But no, like we're like, what's the next event? When do we see you people again? Like, it was the coolest shit ever. So yeah, we're gonna definitely step it up on these.
Well,
Well,
there's a
especially-
TCA event coming up.
Yep.
You gotta
Well,
talk
you
to
guys
them
will
about
have to
all
get
that.
us information. So
Oh, we can do
we're,
that.
We're
Yeah.
booking. We're booking for 2025 right now to get our events scheduled. So definitely, if you guys got some ideas, shoot it our way. I think the
course.
craziest thing was what we expected and what we saw when we got there were two totally different things. And from a military background, you kind of look at some people. Okay, they're out playing BB guns and everything. You don't really get it until you're out there in the environment and see how many people are using it for healing as well. So it's crazy.
Yeah,
I'm glad he
that's
said
the
that,
same way
'cause,
for
yeah,
me.
I absolutely had a "what am I, game to you" vibe about
Yeah.
it. That freaking cocky, arrogant combat vet thing. And then went into it and I was like, oh, you have to wear matching and covering uniforms and stuff, so might as well go tactical and have fun with it. Like,
Exactly.
and then all the NPC stuff and the leaning into the LARPing side of it all. I was like, all right, they don't even take it so seriously. What am I doing? So yeah, no, y'all opened my eyes in a big way about airsoft and the community at this one, especially
Freddie,
y'all being right next door.
Yeah, Freddie brought me into it too, and the second I did my first milsim game, I was hooked. Honestly, running with Freddie, and now I do everything I can to help Freddie. It's just been a great experience working with him, and I hope you guys have the same experience because he is a great guy, and his view,
both of them.
his view on what he wants to do for the community is awesome.
Absolutely.
Yes, we've had the luxury of sitting down and having multiple conversations with Freddie and Rachel at this point, and we love what they're about. We love where they're going and what their mission is. They've got us. We're on board when it comes to Fred and Rachel.
Yeah, we just
it was very cool experience.
Yeah.
Especially for guys that had never been through this, and me never been through any of it. I mean, I went in kind of going, okay, these guys play G.I. Joe on the weekend, and they're trying to get away from their wife and their kids. And
then I brought mine with me.
Yeah,
and I was going to say, and it was more a lot of them, the kids were right there beside them.
It was a very cool experience to watch a father and son do this together. Or again, it was everything these guys kind of said. It was not any of that. I mean, we really went in blind, not knowing what to expect. I mean, we had spoken with Freddie and Rachel numerous times, and we met them on Friday and everything. And with everything they had personally been going through, to still somehow put this event together and make it flawless the way they did, it was just, I mean, then again, we were taken into a family we knew nothing about. We can't wait to be a part of many more things.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah. If Freddie and Rachel need us, we'll be there.
Yeah, he just posted his next event that he's
Terminator.
That he's getting ready for. Stay tuned, media.
Yep. There's quite a few pictures of you guys in there. The thumper really stood out.
I'm not photogenic. I get it.
I would not say that was the case.
I was say no. Yeah. People aren't usually like, oh my god, that. Don't look at it. Like, oh no, everyone point and laugh at that thing that's rolling by.
That's why he's just the face of the company and not the body of the company.
Yeah, they're the legs of this organization. I'm the teeth.
This is Tyler. He's the face of our company.
Say, they are my right hand.
Actually, I believe we were your entourage there.
Yeah, that was we did get commented as an entourage, and
that's
it was
okay.
interesting.
It was funny.
It was funny.
Yeah, back to what y'all said.
Me.
Good. That's what I tell a lot of my guys that I've got out with and served with that never have played is just don't knock it till you try it, because you never know if you're going to enjoy something until you actually do it. And this is one of those things that I never thought I'd enjoy.
No, we were just doing it because we were
and
fat.
It's a great outlet for veterans. It honestly is.
Nice.
Yeah. Even being from
100%.
the fact that I've never been in the military, just being around you guys, there's a few events that I've been with, and Freddie was involved with.
Mm-hmm.
It's a great feel of like how you guys flow and everything else. So
yeah, you get into it and you step into it like you never got out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
it's
see
just
that
an
sense
instant
of
camaraderie
that you miss. Yeah.
And that's
the main
feeling.
thing that people hate. Yeah, that's the main thing that people aren't ready for when they get out. They're told constantly, just like new dads get told that you're never going to love anything like you love that kid when it enters the world. Freaking, you get out of the military, they tell you all 4 years, if that's all you're going to do. When you get out, the camaraderie is missing and it's terrible. Before you went in, you knew that. And it still hits like a ton of bricks. You're just like, oh, hey, all of these people who don't give any care at all about anyone else getting to their point B. Everyone's just, out for themselves, and it sucks.
Yep.
Yeah, so, when you get out, all the bad times go away, and you just remember all the good times that you guys used to have.
Mm-hmm.
And trying to bring guys in, like in December, I'm working on now trying to bring a couple guys into it just to bring the group back together.
Absolutely. Yeah, a lot of dudes, if they can get over themselves or just get past that initial hump of like, I did it for real, I don't want to go play games, and I'm like, you don't understand. Just go, like, make a bet and start making people go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just, I mean,
Just try it.
You
If
owe
you
me,
don't like
bitch.
it, you don't have to do it again.
Yeah,
Try
try
anything
anything
once.
once.
but yeah, that's one of the things that I think we push really hard too. Is I mean, even with healing, try everything once. Figure out what helps you, what's there for you, and what's going to move
Look
you
under every
through
rock.
and let you live. Yeah, look under every rock. So
I mean, as
Every day
crazy as
I've
it sounds, my therapy is spending 4 days with these guys.
Shit, that yeah. So a few years ago, we're on this whole thing where he realized getting stabbed in the neck with lidocaine would save his life. He realized that sitting in a freaking ice bath is going to save his life. I realized that a good way for me to freaking get tabs shut down so I can get back to some mental healing and meditation is to do color by numbers. What the fuck does that even mean? I got a book for my daughter, and I've done like 50 of the 100 pages. Like. I get high as a kite and just focus on the little tiny bubbles, and I'll look back and be like, "Oh, it's a fucking panda." Like, I didn't know the whole time because I was right here working on it. But
I thought
Stick
it was
with my ice
you
bath.
just you realize that some of the stuff, like, you don't know what'll work, so you got to try all the shit.
Yeah.
Because everyone's big problem is they can't admit they need help because of what the military taught us. Rub some dirt on it. And I'm just like, no. Because, shit, asking for help was one of the easiest things I did after I got hurt. And people are like, you're like so polite. And you're asking, da, da, da. And I'm like, why would I not be polite to y'all? I was like, everyone's really mad here because they're trying to figure out their new life. And I'm like, yeah, but that's not your fucking fault.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you go the right attitude and start looking under all the rocks, you'll figure out that sitting in an ice bath will have you like a vegan trying to sell it to your friends for the rest of their lives.
their lives.
Like-
Has
Or
it gotten that bad?
fucking
I
coloring.
apologize.
No. You have tried to get me one more than once.
So I'm going to
It
try.
took
Better
10
yet,
years
I'm going
for me.
to try coloring in the ice bath later today. Do they make waterproof crayons?
Hey,
They do.
I mean,
I'm
they
sure they
do.
do.
They're like blowout candles for you guys.
No, you add water into the crayon and you color on the paper with the water.
They're like blowout candles for you guys, the ones that don't blow out every time you blow them.
Hey, those are fun.
Hey.
So tell us some things so, that way vets and people that want to reach out and talk to you guys, like, is there avenues or is there ways that you guys can communicate with them so that way it helps them out as well to get in touch?
Absolutely. I'll start. wearesfh.com is the best way to find all of our information.
Yeah.
Would you say? Tom?
WeAreSFH.com. No, I was doing the follow the bouncing ball thing. My
I
bad.
thought you were actually talking too. I was like, okay,
wasn't.
I'm really
I
confused
apologize.
right now. Stop it, man.
So along with the
So we-
clothing, we've also started a shares page, but Lance and Tyler are also out there doing little motivational speaking. So if you've got a group of guys that's been through some shit or that just wants to hear a positive story about some people that have gone through their own version of Shawshank, crawl through a mountain of shit and come out the other side, these guys do that as well.
Getting butt raped for 30 years?
Well, if you guys ever need any extra hands for that, I'm more than willing to help out too. 'Cause
The extra hands jokes has been great today. I like this.
not intentional.
Well, that's
No.
so
And
most
it's hilarious too.
most
People
Tyler
people
can't
usually
run
avoid
away
it.
from it.
walk on eggshells around me because they just, like the, I do it to people all the time. It's my fault, really. But when someone wants to help me with something and offer me assistance, they usually say, do you need a hand? For some reason. So I always I could always use a hand. And they're like, do you need some help? Like, and you need a hand? And I'm like, yeah, bitch. Duh. But I was just like, nah, two's too many. You can keep that one, Doc. Like, fuck you.
We've also got the
But no, people dodge
awesome-
it on purpose.
Yeah, we've also got the awesome opportunity to start our own podcast with Tyler and Zach. Zach is the primary on the podcast, and we get the opportunity to speak with all different avenues, whether it's human trafficking, cancer survivors, survivors of youth. Go ahead, help me out, Ty.
I was gonna say we've had absolute and terrible neglect and youth abuse coming from parents and things like that, to the point of chopping off the tip of a finger and then being coached on what to say at the hospital so that daddy doesn't get in trouble.
Yeah.
All the way out to a stripper who partially autistic and was sexually assaulted, and drugs. Like we've had survivors, warriors who are willing to tell their story and hopefully again help somebody who thinks that no one else has gone through it. And Zach is dealt with depression since like the week before he was born, and has handled it very gloom and doom, and still dyes his hair black. And I'm me, so we're kind of the yin and yang of the argument, and we try to do a full, just a well-rounded analysis of what we did to do whatever or get it out of people, so that hopefully they can get some sort of something. I could do that. I could try that. Or even if it's someone just like, oh, someone gets me. Oh my gosh. Like I'll get help.
Everyone needs a sounding board, and everyone needs an avenue to be able to share their story. And that's I think the biggest push that we try to do with that podcast.
Yeah. Sometimes the best way to get it out of somebody is to get them in a room just alone.
Yep. Absolutely.
You also start, dude, the rec rooms. That's another thing. Or what are they calling it? Rage rooms. That's a cool new thing that I think everyone should go ahead and try too. Because I would say that's a huge one. A lot of people's things is that they're not allowed to beat the ever living shit out of the problem, because the problem's usually a living human being. Like, and orange doesn't work for everybody. So go in there and just smash a whole room to shit. And then
there's other avenues than punching brick walls.
Yeah. You can they'll give gloves and safety goggles and other PPE. And you take a sledgehammer and baseball bats and glow belts, and you fuck up a whole room full of shit.
But you can't swing at each other, right?
You can't really mess anything up with a glow belt.
No, you're wearing you're wearing it so that no one thinks you're a thing to hit.
Gotcha.
PPE, come on, you know the rules of the glow belt.
We're gonna have to put those in.
You're gonna immediately get run over by a car or something if you're not wearing a glow belt.
That's right. You never know.
Yeah, you're gonna spontaneously combust. You can't physically PT if you're not wearing a glow belt.
A glow belt around your waist.
Man.
Fuck that crossbody bullshit. What are you, fucking safety patrol?
These things were so dumb.
Those were
So dumb.
We're America's elite fighting force. The tip of the spear. Put on your safety
glow
belt.
For the longest time.
Put it on so the people can see you coming. Isn't that against everything? I'm up, they see me, I'm down.
We have
They
to
see
explain
me,
to
he's
Brian.
down for
down.
You have to explain to Brian what we're talking about.
We really
Which part?
don't, because I'm just kind of laughing along here,
He's-
and it's funny. He's kind of figured it out.
He knows
has
what
to-
context. He is a good context reader. He's got this.
He doesn't need a glow belt. He's got his head.
That's correct. You see me?
I'm sending this video to Kevin Hart after.
Oh shit! Poor little Tink Tink. We got to get
Poor
the
little
catches.
Didn't you say that at Six Flags? Like, I don't know how many times.
No, they give us guns and weapons, but they couldn't trust us to go on a PT run without a glow belt. That was the whole joke.
Yeah,
I need you to go with your battle buddy.
Mm-hmm. Your battle. Get your battle. Full battle rattle. Some army ass bullshit. Like, we didn't even call them walkie talkies in the Marine Corps because we're like, get rid of that whimsical bullshit. And the army over there with their fucking Mickey Mouse ass fucking theme song and fucking walkie talkies and all that shit.
How you really feel, Ty?
I'm gonna get in a full battle rattle. And I'm like, shut the fuck up, Mickey Mouse.
Just
He could
put
go
your kid
and
on, damn
when
it.
it comes to this. Man.
Sorry, Army. I didn't mean to. It was a knee-jerk reaction. I
Are
still get
you
them
really?
sometimes. I have some flare-ups sometimes. I'm sorry.
We all do. Like,
On today's episode, how many times did you laugh?
The whole time.
you didn't laugh the whole time, then we're not doing our job very well.
Yeah, it's kind of the way these podcasts work when you have the three of us on. Not a lot gets.
The mom from Miss Doubtfire. The whole time.
I'm about to change these lights to glow lights.
Hell yeah.
I got the green on my side, so I'm good. I got my glow.
What color you want? I can just, we can. Well, maybe I can't. Nothing's working. Damn.
Fighting the beat. Aren't you
damn.
proud of me, Jersey?
My thing
I'm
broke.
fighting the beat.
Fight the beat.
It's my fist pump. Because I can't make a fist with this one. I got the tattoo. It worked.
Apparently my shit's broke. Oh well.
Do it again. Do it again.
Is it? And in case I get marching along, and it's high, in the field artillery.
You want to finish?
No.
Last time you finished, you got a kid.
And in case I go marching along,
They don't even remember me. Jumped right to it.
Yeah, to know bombs, 2 kids.
Bounce right
In the
into it.
same day.
No, I was in a 2-week.
He was still asleep for that one.
I was in a 2-week medically induced coma. I bled out enough to have died or bled out completely thrice. Lungs collapsed 10 times too. All that good stuff. Had a thoracotomy. They had to hack my chest open and play with my heart. But then so
Can I mention lungs collapsed 4 times, but no residual damage?
no residual damage. No, if anything, when they did the your whole thing roboted. Fucking speaking
we
spell.
weren't the only
Hey,
ones.
ow, you. What?
Yeah.
From a medical standpoint, I just found that amazing that they had to re-inflate your lungs 4 times for you, and no significant damage came out of it. So.
Well, yeah, and when they took the chest tube out from the thoracotomy, my left one tried to go again. It partially went. And then, during all of the medical retirement shit, you have to go through every single check of the box. But the pulmonologists, the lung doctors were blown away. They were like, have you smoked since you were, a child? And I was like, never once. Like, your lungs collapsed? I was like, yep. And like every one of these is off the charts. And I was just like, cool. Like I was like, I'm not running 18-minute 3 miles anymore, so I might as well have high scores on my lung scores, I guess. I don't fucking know.
Hey, and it leads to high buoyancy,
I promise
so it works out.
I almost didn't get through the psych part, so I'm glad I passed some other stuff with flying colors. Well, it's because how we talk. The whole start interview, I kept saying, "Oh, it was insane. I wanted to kill myself," or I'm just like, "Ugh, not that." Like, no, not like, no. Like, I was just really, really embarrassed or whatever. Like, I kept saying shit like that. Where like, kill them all. Stuff that we say. And then, no, wait, not like for real. And then, so I was like, yep, I fumbled the whole entry interview. And then they made me do 8 hours of monkey tests. With take these 3 rings and move them down all the bullshit. And I took almost none of them seriously. And then the last one was a black screen and a letter would pop up and you were to tap the space bar to make it go away. If it was an X, you were to not do anything until it went away on its own. And I just like I didn't look at the screen. I was just seeing how fast I could tap the space bar. And afterwards they're just like, these are the weirdest scores. You just, all of your abstract thinking is really high and all of your reflexive thinking is really low. We don't usually see these kinds of scores in someone in your situation. And I'm just like, I looked at him dumb because I'm just like, finished talking, but he thought I didn't understand what he said and went on to say like, oh no, you're just not someone I'd want to be in a foxhole with, like where life and death is one decision away. And I was just like,
that feels great, doesn't it?
oh, dude, the mood change in the room.
Yeah.
He could taste my rage. I was just like, I'm going to shut up because threatening to kill this man will result in not retiring in 2 weeks.
Oh, right.
So I was just like, I sat there and just like was twitching at him for a minute until he finally finished. Like he kept digging too. The head of psychology at Walter Reed. Like,
Jesus.
How do you fumble that hard, you dumb fuck? Like, yeah, insult my life's work. Why don't ya? Like, this was something you're making me do so I can go home. Like, that was something I had to do so people didn't die. Like, Do you see why one was a little more important? Kill you twice.
Throat punch.
So, what made you guys
Come
really
closer.
start this?
Right?
Start with clothing specifically.
Yes.
It was literally just we were going for getting a team together of people like that all can see each other. Jerseys, making the team.
Community.
It was
yeah.
it was kind of during COVID though. We were watching.
COVID helped.
We had a former business partner that actually came up with a lot of the idea, and during COVID, we were watching everybody suffering. I mean, nobody was working, nobody was making a living. I mean, I'm fortunate that with the pest control company we have up north, I was busy every day. We were doing some other things, and we were doing really well, and we're just talking about a way to give back and to help people. And you have your Susan Komen foundations and a couple of the warrior charities that give to themselves and don't give back, and a couple other things. We just wanted to give back to those that had fought the battle and come out on the other side. And all joking aside, I mean, the logo and everything is designed around Tyler, somebody that has fought their fucking battle and refused to stay dead, from the heartbeat to the distressed logo. So we kind of decided that we were going to do hoodies and hats and tees and roll with that for a little bit. And then the community thing started, and we decided, from day one, we were going to give away 50% of our proceeds to someone who had fought that battle. And it just so happens, I mean, we weren't veteran based at the time. Lance was a dear friend, but wasn't a part of it. And then once he came on board, the reins came off and we just went crazy. But unfortunately, vets need more help and assistance than they should. And a lot of our stuff has become veteran based. I mean, most of the charities that we have worked with have been veteran based, for love of the veterans, vets' rights.
They found us first.
Yeah.
Veterans found us and accepted us first, which makes sense.
We've done.
I was part of it from the beginning, and Lance has joined the team in the last year and a half. So yeah, we're veteran owned technically, but that wasn't part of the selling point in the beginning. But yeah, we already were tapped into multiple different things. The vein for veteran charities is easy to find.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, the veteran charities seem to need more than anybody else. I mean, we have done the Rock to Stop Suicide a couple of years. We did the Rock the Perky up here, which is a fentanyl fight. We've got the Fuck Cancer shirt out there that
I like my Fuck Cancer shirt now.
we have. The Fuck Cancer. I had, it's funny. I wore it. Yeah, I wore it yesterday. I should have put it on today.
Yeah, I have no idea why you're wearing an Eagles shirt.
It's what I grabbed this morning when the puppy woke up.
What team are you on?
You can't even see the damn thing.
Are you on the Eagles? Is that a team you play for? He wondered
Yes.
quietly to himself.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Very motivating speech from our fucking coach. Thanks, Dad. You're embarrassing me in front of my friends.
I got the two. You know what? Fuck you. Here we go. The hat back on just to shut you the fuck up. How's that? Now I got a helmet
great.
on.
Oh, hey, old school football, it works. No, real quick. So you gentlemen don't know this, but he has more than once given me hell for not wearing something SFH when we record our podcast.
He has?
More than once. And when I wore someone else's clothing company's shirt.
That was a little different.
It wasn't a little different. He was a
little
guest,
different.
so I was wearing his company's shirt.
You wore the shirt before he was a guest, but it's okay.
We are raising children together.
I'm okay with that. We had this. Do you want to do this now?
Hey, the one again. All right, more backstory. So
Hey,
my
excuse me.
my replacement in my
24/7, 365. What do you bitches got?
I would say, hey, I got way more tattoos than you. We don't need to talk about the content of them. I'm sure there's an S, an F, and an H somewhere. I have a lot of words.
Well played, Tyler. Well played, my friend.
It's in there. It's hidden. Fibonacci sequence. DaVinci
I got the
Code.
same thing. It's okay.
Google it. No, my Semper Fidelis is fucked. Sorry. You just made me think of that. It says Semper Fiddle now. Because and I want to get IN on the front of it, just so it's Semper Infidel at least, so it's still a word. Because right now it's like always faith. I'm like, but no, I
You
don't.
can just
have
cut it
faith
down
always.
to phi.
Yeah, so yeah, you just black out the part next to the burn.
Yeah.
Just keep going. I like it. I can't
Now we're
afford to
just gonna
lose
sit
any
here and
more
do this.
skin.
Well, he's just gonna show off as he goes.
I wasn't going.
I don't think I've laughed this
It's
hard.
green. It didn't.
Start your fight.
Jesus.
The red button's on.
Tyler's just giving you shit because you've gave us shit before about other people's shirts.
Well, that's a fact.
But he's also, again, he's my children's stepfather.
Understood. And that I
He's not some schmo. I hope that his business is successful because that will ultimately help my children
I do as well.
50% of the time.
Yeah.
Week on, week off, man.
All right,
I gotta
so-
hope they succeed so my kids can fully succeed.
It's going off the fucking rails.
So airsoft, right?
Airsoft, am I right? Fake
What do you guys do?
pew-pews. Yeah,
I
what is
work for a
the
trucking company, so
Yeah.
hell yeah?
Okay,
And then I build perimeter security for government and embassies.
that's right. I do remember talking to you about that.
Y'all talked about that at some point when I had to make my rounds. Okay, I was saying I missed that.
Yeah.
Hell yeah!
So, but we got into
So, are you a
this.
long trucker, or do you do long trucking, or?
That is
I'm just
fucking
a driver
personal, bro.
manager, so
Oh, okay, gotcha.
He's the dis.
I manage the drivers.
Awesome.
Gotcha.
He tells them when to use the potty and when to eat.
Bad drivers.
Somebody's got to do that.
I only just realized that there was like you can't take this like it breaks and stuff like and you can't drive for like past a certain amount of hours or something for
11
I looked
hours.
up for safety. But like, is it okay? Yeah, I only just recently learned like it's one of those things that you're like, oh, that makes perfect sense. Like that they're not like legally allowed to drive a 14-hour shift or something.
They have a
because
14-hour
if they get in a
day.
wreck, that's
But they're only allowed 11 hours of drive time in that 14-hour workday. And they are required by law for a 30-minute break at 7 hours in.
there you go.
And
So,
new
yeah, stretched
technology
legs.
tracks all those hours now, right? They don't
Yeah.
have to
It's
log
all
it in or
e-logs.
anything. It just goes straight to dispatch, right?
Which is
Yeah, it's
pretty
all
cool, too.
e-logs now, so
Makes it
all
easier.
they have to do is tap a button on a tablet inside the truck.
Gotcha.
Yeah, my
That's
kid's
pretty
got a small logistics company, and he's got those gadgets in there, and he's been like an hour back from the house, and the thing's going to time out, and suddenly you get caught in a traffic jam. And you go, I was this close to getting home.
Yep.
Yeah, that's one of those. You call somebody.
Big
"Just
Brother's
give me,
watching."
Come get me.
Yep.
Gotcha.
So you guys are going to start trying to get into airsoft, huh?
We continue to be part of the community at least. And yes, if we work out the me participating in things, I will for sure. But going to events and being part of the community rather than definitely participating. Yes, anytime these big events happen, we'd love to be a part of those.
Absolutely.
Well,
'cause
we
that-
got crazy
gosh,
minds.
so
I'm
much
sure
fun.
we could mount something to that chair of yours to hold a gun for you.
Get like a whole thing that can go over so that
I mean-
y'all can't even get me.
I mean, my background is fabricator and welder.
I'm sure we could figure
yeah.
something out for you.
If I can
There
keep
you
the
go.
bad guys out of embassies, I bet I can keep plastic pellets from striking your person. Like,
I'm gonna get it to where you have a thumper and a LMG. You're gonna have to counterweight that roller.
I need a Knight's Tale slit so I can see what's going on.
We'll just make you a Pope mobile.
Or one of those European bathrooms where where it's double-sided mirrors. So I can see 360, but no one can see me.
We'll just take the tread chair and freaking
I would
max
look like
it
a-
out and put it in a trailer and travel with it for these events.
Dude, if we did the double-sided mirror thing, one, I wouldn't have any blind spots, and I'd look like a bastardized Cybertruck. It'd be great.
Yes, you would.
I'd be like the bane of the existence, and you'd want to kill me because I'd be a weird Downsy Cybertruck. Let's do it. You gotta hate the enemy and want them dead. I get it. We'll put little signs on like Die Hard 3. Do the air sauce for sissies on the front or back or something, so people get mad at me.
So what are we gonna get you to be, Brian?
I'm usually the bald guy.
The ref.
Get the black and white top.
Somebody has to sell shirts.
Yeah,
somebody's
like,
somebody's got to stay behind the man in the store. But I don't know. I mean, I got a small armory over here behind me. You know, we play with guns at the range and stuff, but
Well, you can't bring the real ones to the game.
So what I'm hearing
Philly.
is
I
Brian's
really
not
could.
saying he's not totally against getting into the game, is what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
Brian has learned to adapt and overcome over the last couple years since we started this, because this face was never supposed to even be part of the whole ensemble on TV, on podcast, on anything. I was supposed to be the guy hiding in the background.
And Lance and Ty kind of fucked that up, didn't they?
I'm
Ty.
sorry. Ty, it wasn't. You don't have to share credit, bro. I know I did it. I'll wear that one. Wear what you earn. That's a stripe that I have earned fully every time someone's just like, "Oh, well, who everybody?" And I was like, "Oh, Brian, you want to come talk in front of this camera for no reason?" And he's just like, "You know, a whole bag of dicks." That was his only stipulation at the beginning when he joined up with everything, was that he is a behind the scenes guy and is never to be pulled into the limelight.
Yeah, I was going to be
And
the
he's getting
quiet
very
guy.
used
Too
to
bad.
it.
Yeah.
I was going to be the quiet guy that just cut the checks and said, "Yeah, let's go do this and let's go do that." And so we launched November 1st and November 2nd. My face is on the website.
Don't you feel dumb?
And then a couple months
Sorry,
later,
not sorry.
couple months later, I'm sitting in a bar with a bunch of friends and a buddy's playing, and a couple people sit down next to me and go, "Hey, Brian, how you doing?" And I'm just slowly creeping away because I have no idea who these people are, but now people start to know me. So it definitely took some getting used to, because in my day job, I talk to people all day. I mean, I've been in the pest control industry 34 years now. I mean, some of my customers I've known that long, like the kids and the grandkids now and all that stuff. So the more events we do, I mean, the more of these podcasts we do, I was never going to be a part of this shit. I mean, who wants to be a part of this clown show? But
Well, and here you are.
yet hell, there's ones that Ty and Lance have bugged out of, and I've still had to stay around for another fucking half hour because it went on for 4.5 hours and then never aired. So
I refuse
This
to.
one will
Oh,
air.
actually,
I
promise you.
actually,
Yeah.
a portion of it aired. It just wasn't us talking. It was just the person talking.
how can that be? It was only the three of us and him for 4 hours.
All he played was his voice.
Oh boy.
Jesus.
So, you know,
This is
and
the
again,
beauty of a TBI. I don't know what you're talking about.
yes, you do. You just,
The
yeah.
motorcycle junkie.
Yes.
See? Those little triggers.
There it is.
So the fact that, I mean,
That was bad.
I guess I really don't mind it because we've met so many people like yourselves that we just become part of the group or part of the family, and it's just like, you know, again, you guys were right next to us. We spent the weekend together. We met each other, and we just instantly had a connection. So some of the podcasts Lance and Ty do by themselves, some Ty does, but it's just, I actually don't mind it at this point. It's weird.
Exposure therapy.
He's been invested.
He's definitely invested now. But yeah, I mean, getting to talk with you guys a little bit that I was able to at Six Flags. You know, I was the guy in yellow camo pants walking around the Bush Wookie tent. So
Mm-hmm.
it was a great experience getting to talk with you guys.
Yeah, I would say y'all are a little blurry, but we remember which ones you were.
At least you didn't have to spray paint your pants.
No, I did not.
That is true.
That was
That
funny
dude, I was like,
watching
how
people spray
crispy
paint
and
their clothes.
crunchety. I'm like, man, and locking in all the heat too. And I'm like, it's already so hot, and some of y'all fools wearing fucking ghillie suits.
That's a dude that wanted to.
Yeah, man.
No.
Yuck. You're
That
a
entire
monster,
tent was
Red.
wearing ghillies.
Yeah.
I was like,
that
you guys were in Gillies at one point, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was, yeah.
Well,
they
we
yeah.
weren't. The group we were in with Bush Wookie, they were.
Yeah, so we help out with Bush Wookie sometimes, and they're partners of ours.
Yeah, Winklespect.
Okay.
Yep.
Winklespect.
Oh my God, that was hilarious to figure that out. By the way, as someone who's blessed with a cool ass last name, it's always fun meeting some of the ones where you're like, "Damn, how was high school?" And like, was boot camp just traumatic? Like,
He was in the army,
Winklespect.
so it's okay.
Like, oh yeah, I was gonna say, but I just, God, Winklespect. Like, what the shit? That's an alphabet soup ass motherfucker. Goes on for a day and a half. Sorry. But him and his wife were awesome too.
Sean,
Y'all's
you
whole
were the
tent-
one
y'all's
talking
little
about
tent
actually
was great.
having an event, right? Where you take people that have never played the game before and training them with, I think it was
We
you,
were
we had the
talking-
conversation. Yeah, and then, teach some basic shit to guys like me that have only like kind of fired a couple of Glocks and a couple of Ruger Mini 14s. And then just put us out there. What are you shaking the head for, Lance?
That
Why
was me.
not?
That was my scared of you.
No,
Sorry.
I was Lance was actually I didn't even see you bobbing. I'm used to you bobbing in your chair. Lance is doing it now. He's caught whatever disease you got.
It rolled over to the other screen. Sorry,
Every
it
once,
just
in,
kind of
every once in a
happened.
while,
Hold
the bobblehead gets going, man. I'm sorry.
It was
am what I
crazy 'cause
am.
we were at the Six Flags. We were sitting there next to him, and you just see Ty, and he had that ball in his hand,
It's-
rolling that chair that we would go on.
Hey, it's a Dragon Ball, okay?
It is. It's Dragon Ball. And it's annoying because I had the Pokeball, and the
You
Pokeball's
had to
better.
bring it up, didn't you?
No, it's a problem. It's a travesty, everybody. No, he's a part of this. So the thread, I had a new one of those chairs. After 5 years, they gave me a new one. And the new model, for some fucking reason, the thread is a different measurement. But every varying measurement of ball I've ordered,
But like
don't
not
fit.
a normal measurement because
yeah, it's like a
normal
step up
measurement it
from the
won't
most
fit.
normal one. So I'm mad about it. Because I
So you're
had a
saying it's a
Pokeball.
metric, not a standard?
I have nowhere.
Is there-
We've
Nice.
tried
It's not freedom.
adapters. We've tried a couple of things because he's
Yeah.
got beside the Pokeball, he's got a nice SFH ball that we just can't get on there.
balls.
Balls,
But,
I'm talking about Ty's balls. It always
I can
comes
talk about
back to that.
Pokemon until you die. But Dragon Ball Z, I have Dragon Ball Z on lock, I guess, Piccolo and
There you
Goku.
go.
But other than that, I don't have a lot of conversation for it. I know what the Dragon Balls are. I just feel bad because people always want to talk to me about it. And I'm like, fuck, I'm so sorry. It's cool. I like it. I wish I had the Mosquito and Amber or a Pokemon.
Yeah. Well, because it's
As long
a-
as
it's
Piccolo's good, he's good.
I like
It's
Piccolo.
an attention getter and it's a conversation starter. So everybody's like, "Oh, this," and I'm like, and
Well,
Tyler's
especially-
like, I know
yeah.
nothing about that.
It would help with kids who were distraught about the chunk of humans sitting on these wheels. They'd be like, oh, a Pokeball. And I'm like, yeah, Bulbasaur. Yeah, he's my jam.
And then they
He's
forget
everywhere.
completely about he's.
And they're like, oh, yeah, I don't care that you
You're
look like
different, yeah.
almost a teddy bear, but a human.
Brian's liking this game right now.
No, I'm trying to. So the game is actually over
He's
there.
used to it.
Yeah. But my camera and everything is twisted, so I'm trying to look at you guys, but my head is twisted. But if I look at the game, I'm actually all the way over here. I'm trying to figure out why my camera's out of whack, but I don't want to reach up here and
So yes, he was watching the game.
no, the game's over here.
In short, affirmative.
All right, so I'm just going to try to screw with my camera. Ignore me.
Sometimes you just got to twist it around, figure it out.
Holy shit, that's better.
Sometimes it takes giving it a little twist.
That's what she
Yeah,
said.
just
sometimes
gotta
you just
wiggle
got
it
to
around
crank
a
it,
little bit.
crank it some other way, you know?
That is what she said.
Oh man.
It's like calm. Sometimes you just got to spit and blow on it, right?
I would say sometimes. Hey, shit, positioning is
You
everything.
gotta take the battery off. And go.
The hot
What was that?
I'm going back to my hat.
The dunce cap is now on.
Wow, wow, wow.
I didn't realize they Ty says that this hat does not fit his head, which tells you how big his head is because it fits over the headphones.
You got a little tiny baby head, but No, yeah, it's a yarmulke. Like, if it was a condom,
that
I'm
holiday-
getting her sister pregnant too.
I think
Like,
that holiday-
it does not work.
The holiday just passed.
If I don't have a freshly bicked head, it's not even coming to my ears, bro. I get that my head's dumb. I have like an extra story from my eyes to the top of my head. Like, there's a whole section in here that don't need to be there. Quit judging me.
They stretch the fuck out of your skin.
It's like, shit, we made his great
Thanks,
too big.
Frankenstein the hell out of him.
Hell yeah.
Well, they tried to make him taller.
Yeah.
They figured the extra,
Ten is
the extra
fine,
couple
everybody.
inches would
3
make
foot
him
10
taller.
Is fine. I was saying, when I broke
They
my
wanted to make
forehead
sure he
in the
didn't fall
accident.
under the line of dwarfism. We're good.
You're dwarfism. I am short enough technically, but I would have to put feet on the end of my legs to make it work. I'm
We
a
got
member
that
of the
picture.
Lollipop Guild kind of thing.
We have that picture of you in the Crocs.
Dude, hey, you can't come up to me with Jimmy Buffett themed Crocs in Mexico and think I'm not going to get into your Crocs. I was also high on smuggled drugs. Allegedly.
Allegedly.
I don't know.
Allegedly.
I don't know nothing.
Didn't see a thing.
Oh no, we broke them. We broke the boas. I'm sorry.
Oh, man. I don't think I've laughed this hard in a long time.
My bad.
Oh, Jesus.
All right, there we go.
You had to get the picture.
That's a great picture.
I'm going to snip that for a thumbnail.
I'll text it to you.
We'll send it to you.
Oh,
Thumbnail.
man.
Something that's smaller than it should be. Ah. He's got jokes.
At the, I think they're crying, Ty. You got to bring
I
it back.
broke the boat. I'm sorry. I'll just shut up. I'll sit on my thumb.
No, just roll it back a
Sit
little bit.
on my thumb.
Just your one thumb back.
Just the one.
So if you start smiling, we're in trouble.
Oh, jeez.
We need to hang out sometime.
Oh no, the one that's fun when people hear it, like I'll say it, but it lands. I'll say, like, if I needed to lose weight, I won't say I could stand to lose a little weight. I'll say I could sit to lose a little weight, and it's hilarious watching people like a sentence and a half later be like. I'm just like, oh, that was hilarious.
Or you,
I'm just
or
like,
you have
oh, God.
those that they're not sure if they should laugh or not, and they're like,
And I'm like, no, that's the wrong
Wait a
face.
second.
I made the funny. Why does your face look like someone farted in it?
Did he just make a joke about being in a chair and missing his limbs? How can that not be funny?
Yeah. Am I allowed to laugh? That bullshit. I don't know if I'm allowed to laugh. I'm like,
he made the fucking joke.
I said it. Like, it's sort of the source, bitch. Like, it's not trap. This isn't entrapment.
Disrespectful as fuck.
I'm gonna make a joke, and if everyone laughs, I'm taking notes. I need your social so I can end everything. Like,
We were out one night together, and
Erase you from existence.
Ty gets out of the chair every so often because it's uncomfortable, and he's sitting in the booth, and we were missing a chair, so I sat in his chair, and I go back
What
over
vacation?
to the table where we were at. And I think my mother was at the event. It was in Orlando. And she goes, "Oh my God, I can't believe you sat in his chair. It's not fucking contagious." You know, I'm not gonna look. There goes the arm. Fuck, the leg's gonna fall off. Now, you know, I can't catch what Ty's got.
What's wrong, Ma? You
If that's a
I
case
was gonna
that
say,
ever-
if
I
Ash
might
is
have-
good, y'all are all fine.
Yeah, if that's the case, the hair would be growing back. The forehead would be a little taller, but the hair would be growing back.
The forehead.
You said
Fuck
a
you.
story.
Again, I knew it was coming up, you asshole. It is a forehead, damn it. It just goes for a while. It's a panoramic. It's only 4, though.
But you can't.
Fuck you.
You know, I can't believe you sat in his chair. It's a chair.
It just goes for a while.
Yeah, I mean,
But no. No, yeah, your mother is hilarious. That was the fun. And I was like, no,
love your mom.
like the third time we hung out, my wife sat in his lap. So like me sitting in his chair isn't a problem. kind of thing. Like, and then she went around exclaiming what she went around exclaiming. So, glass house.
Yeah. It's, definitely not contagious.
Nope, you're still
That's a
here.
backstory thing too. My
Just
brother,
still
fucking here.
my brother came to an event and over imbibed, as he is a sailor. And he was hugging most of the people around him because him and I, when we're goofy, are just happy. And apparently he squozed a little tight on Brian's mother because at the after party shindig thing, after I'd gotten him home already and come back, he rearranged my guts with that hug. And I was like, that means many different things these years. That doesn't mean he hugged me really tight. Like that,
I believe
that's probably
Ty's
the last
exact
thing it
words
means.
where you can't say that. Yes.
Yeah, it was like, you literally
that was
can't
his
say that.
exact words. You
That's the
can't
wrong
say
generation
that.
to be saying all that. She said it to anyone who'd listened too. It was not a one-off. It was hysterical.
She probably had a couple of drinks as well.
Oh yeah, no blaming her, and not
actually,
knowing that
and
means.
actually,
I don't want to tell her
guarantee
what
you,
it means.
It's the most action she's had in years.
And ladies love my brother. He's an attractive fucker.
There you go.
It's a good-looking man. Yes.
Oh,
He's me,
man.
taller, and has ice blue eyes. But other than that, we're pretty much the same dude. He's an entire version of me.
So he's got the extra story for a forehead too.
He has a forehead as well. Yeah.
His teeth are a little straighter.
Are we looking for a picture?
He's looking
Or
for
you
his
I
just-
thought I
brother's
had one
picture,
right
yeah.
behind me. My bad.
I think you moved it.
Yeah, I know. I thought I had it like literally right there. So I was like,
one
this
of the-
motherfucker right there.
The one of the three of you.
Yeah, but I also don't like my other brother very much, so there's not many of all three of us running around my house right now.
Yeah.
That's pretty fair. I got a few of those.
I mean, yeah, I was going to say out of three, one of them's bound to, kind of be the one.
Hey, siblings don't always get along.
Do they not, Lance?
That's just
Do they
how it
not?
goes.
I believe I have a brother somewhere.
I would have been notified if he died. I absolutely would have been notified if he died. He's around.
Your brother or mine?
I still talk to everyone else.
Oh.
No, not yours. I
Yes,
don't even know what
Why
yours
would
his name
why
is.
would you? I was gonna say, why would you be notified? I don't want to be notified.
I was going to say, I'm not even sure what his name is, to be honest, and I've known you for a long time.
I'm
Ooh,
sure
cool, he's not going
at
to
some
divulge.
point,
Do
but
you need
not
anything from
tonight.
us, guys, or do we just need to keep making you cry?
I'm
sorry.
Oh, wait,
You got?
hold on, wait. Their
We
picture.
went off the rails.
their
Do
picture
you have
just-
questions that you were hoping to ask?
I have a question.
Their picture's
Your
better
picture
now.
just
Go.
cleared up. What are the jugs on the table there?
Oh, hey.
So we are sponsored by Stryker as our premier
those are-
BB sponsor.
Bullets.
So they were at Six Flags with us
Mhm.
across the way,
Yep.
and we ended up working out a sponsorship with them just recently. Actually, they're at Six Flags. So
Yep.
Oh,
Awesome.
awesome.
So we have
I was
all
gonna
these
say,
beautiful
so-
BBs.
that
I was
we
going to say, so
don't
these
shoot.
big jugs aren't liquid. I've been seeing them. That's just a big ass thing of BBs.
Yep.
That's a
Just-
big-
just a big ass thing of BBs.
Yeah.
No, and then
That's cool.
I learned this while we were out there too, because back when I was
They're
stealing stuff from
biodegradable.
Walmart and shooting it, they were plastic and they never went away, and my dad beat the piss out of me for it. We learned that they're biodegradable now.
Yep.
364 days they degrade.
Oh, so it takes a minute either way, but cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, the rain
So-
actually
okay,
is what
so it's
takes them and biodegrades them.
Somebody
So
actually
if you were in a
stood
rainy
there and watched
Seattle,
it for
might not take that long.
364 days to make sure.
I'm sure in like a laboratory, in a
Probably
testing
computer,
facility.
not a person.
Yeah.
It
Yeah,
was one of
drop of water
Tesla's
a day.
robots.
363, 360.
They waterboarded the BB.
Technology has came a long way, Brian.
Waterboarding BBs.
Hey.
That's how bad America jonesing to torture somebody.
I know how to turn my
Who's out here
computer on and stare
waterboarding
at you guys.
BBs. What?
Hey, hey, Tyler's got some new wheels coming out in the next few years, and I think that's
Oh, dude.
phenomenal.
That's a horrible thing to bring up because I can't pull up the video that you're talking about. So the Korean scientists have come up with these crazy. It's a wheel that has a whole bunch of pieces to it, so that it can it scrunches when it goes
go
up and
up
over
stairs and
rocks
shit.
and stuff, like you'd bag your tires. But it can also be rigid when it's smooth ground. And I've shared something about this.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, that would make the
Come on,
transition
Korea,
with
get it done.
curbs and sand and dirt and all that stuff pretty freaking cool. Yeah.
Infinitely
Yeah.
smoother.
Wouldn't have to worry about
Judging
fucking
off of
stairs.
it though and how it works, I probably wouldn't be able to go as fast by. So that's kind of annoying. I'd hate to give
Fair.
up all 12 of my miles per hour for a little curb. I can just
That's
hit
bad
it
when you're
real
beating the
hard
guy
and then
next to
see
you
what
in a
happens. Say what?
So that's pretty bad when you're beating the guy next to you in a foot race.
We'll just take a Saran
Well,
motor,
Oh, his
They're gonna
chair
run
is
Saran
quick as
battery, and
shit.
throw it on his chair.
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, they're gonna run out of energy before I run out of battery. That's for damn sure.
So yeah.
I don't care if you're faster than 12 mile an hour. You're gonna get tired before I do. Catch you. You caught, kid.
Oh,
It's
it'd be
like,
a
oh
great
no, it
RoboCop.
might be contagious if I want it to be.
The nice thing is when you forget something back in the car, just Ty can go get it real quick and just be right back, and you didn't even get out of your chair yet.
No. Again, as someone who enjoys being helpful and is not very in a lot of situations, yeah, anytime I can do something like that, like when we had to order Wendy's because the food truck showed up at fucking midnight. I zoomed out to the main drag way like off base to get the damn food from the teenagers that were bringing it. I felt so bad for them. They were lost and talking to Brian,
it took
and they're like,
them
"You're looking for a
forever."
little guy in a wheelchair." He says he's in the middle of the road, like he's hard to miss. And then they pull up, and it is count them 16, maybe 17-year-olds. Like, and I'm just like, "Ooh, I'm sorry that you had to do all this, but yeah." If I can make a run, I'll do it. I was like, no, you watch your knees. It's fine. I got you.
Probably scared the
So
shit
I got
out of
full
those
battery.
teenagers.
I felt bad. I was just like, shit, you had to do a whole bunch of looking for me. I'm sorry. I'd have stood up and I'd have shot up a flare if I could.
Damn food truck.
You
Right
need that
here.
glow belt. You need that glow belt.
President
That might have
accounted
worked.
for.
We'll get you a glow
Only
belt for a
tells
vets.
Tyler to stand up. He's never listening. It's fuck.
It only makes me like 5'2" when I stand up in the chair.
Fair.
That
But
is
we'll
funny
get the
though.
glow
When it's
belt
short,
and it'll
dude,
work.
more than once. It happened at the airsoft event, but it happens every so often. Some short dude, a short king, as the children call them these days, will come up all excited to take a picture with someone shorter than them, and then I'll stand up and they're like, "Fuck you," because I'm usually a couple inches taller than them. And I'm just like, I lost 2 feet, but I'm still standing on a metal box, bitch. My metal box is 22 inches off of the deck. So
Oh,
I got
God.
fuck you.
Man,
Leave
this
me
has been
alone.
great.
He's
Well,
got his booster
yeah,
seat
sorry.
permanently implanted.
That's actually why I need to do the transfer at restaurants and stuff. I call it a butt vacation, but it's usually because the height of the chair is not okay with the height of the table. Where like I have to eat it off of my lap, like, and it like I can't bend my back. I'm not a snake, so I'm sitting there like winging it, trying to just shoot it to my face hole. Yeah. I was like, stay on the fork. Ah, okay. But no, yeah, I get in one of their chairs and I'm like, oh, like the table comes up to normal when I sit in the other chair. If I need to, I can just like prick it off the plate if I need to.
Just shovel it. Ah.
Yeah. I was gonna say, let Karen get mad. I don't give a fuck.
Whatever
I'm sorry.
works.
Tell me how you eat, man. How many wrists do you use when you eat?
Because mine don't go nowhere.
Yeah, because I have exactly 0 wrists, bitch.
It does not move, people.
Oh yeah, my hand's bolted to my forearm. It's that's it.
There.
I can do this. That's the twist. I can do kind of a presidential Lady Di thing, which is far more exhausting than just doing that. Like that works muscles that don't get worked. So I'm just like, oh, stop that.
I forgot those were there. Damn
Yeah.
it. Why'd y'all make me do that?
Oh no, quit it.
Oh,
You guys got any
Well-
more questions for us?
no, I think you guys got it. We really appreciate you guys.
Yeah, we appreciate you guys. We appreciate everything you stand for and everything that y'all have done so far and are going to do,
Absolutely.
not only for the airsoft community, but for the veteran community.
Anything that we can do to help shoot you guys up and get you guys out there. and-
Positivity, man.
We
Yep.
appreciate
Yeah,
it.
the sharing and all that. And then if anyone wants to reach out for our stuff, it is wearesfh.com, WEARESFH.com. And
Link will be
all
in
of
the
our social
description.
medias, huh?
I
Okay,
said
yeah,
I'll
and
put
all
a
of our
link in
social
the
medias,
description.
all of our social medias are also We Are SFH, and then yeah, all the way through TikTok. But yeah,
Sweet.
Absolutely.
liking,
got a
Can't wait to see
TikTok.
you
and
guys
commenting.
more.
Yeah,
And if
we
you like, I can send you the link tree, and that'll help.
We's got a TikTok too.
We do. We just don't use
There you
it.
go.
I was gonna say we're trying to get the SFH one off the ground. It's taken me freaking like since COVID started to get to like 30K on mine. So
I think we got
We're
5.
at-
I don't even know what we're at anymore.
years of shaking my ass for these bitches.
we made a huge goal when we hit 500, actually.
He also said everything we stand for, guys. Come on, he can't stop with the puns. Sorry,
can't.
but no, thank y'all for having us, and we're really excited to work with y'all and see y'all at future events for sure.
absolutely.
Yeah, of course.
SFH is
Absolutely.
definitely going to be at future ones. I don't know about all of them, but we're definitely going to try to be at more airsoft events. That was a
Yeah,
very
we're definitely going to
wonderful event.
sprinkle in a
Yeah.
few for
Yep.
next year.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, Ty, we'll get some pictures of your chair and maybe some measurements and see what we can come up with.
Yeah. Oh, and let me know, and I can tape measure the piss out of it for you if you need me to just get you certain measurements.
Yeah.
I can still do that. I can hold the shit out of a tape measure, bro.
Yeah.
I take a mean picture too.
He does take a mean selfie, man.
I appreciate that. He didn't assume I could. I was trying to help. That was very nice of you. Very accepting of my brokenness.
On that note,
On that note,
Oh, man.
great day, everybody.
Yes, we really appreciate you guys. Thank you guys for coming on. We can't wait to see you guys more at future events. We have a few here in Tennessee. We hope that we can get you guys to come out there too
Yeah.
as well.
For sure, for sure.
So
I would love to go
definitely
to
want that as
Tennessee,
well.
other than
Yeah, so-
Nashville.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, we're outside of Nashville. You're good.
We're about an hour from Nashville, so we're good.
Cool.
yeah.
Hell yeah. Yeah, keep us posted.
Absolutely.
So as we always say, do what you love.
I love what you do.
Thank you guys.
Yeah.
Thank you.